Today we are outside planting garlic. It is late October here in Ohio, and we want to have garlic for this upcoming year. Planting it in the fall really is the best time in our area to plant garlic, and it will not be ready until like the beginning of next summer. So it's probably the end of June into July when the garlic is ready to be dug. So fall, great time to plant, and it doesn't take up a lot of room. So you don't have to have a ton of space for garlic. If you want to just have even in a pot or a little, if you do square foot gardening or you have a little raised bed, it doesn't take up a lot of room. And one bulb like this is going to yield several more heads of garlic. We are planting soft neck garlic. There's soft neck or hard neck, and there's also elephant garlic. Your soft neck is going to be the one that stores the longest. It'll store for up to 9 months, and it doesn't get the typical scapes at the top, which are great for sauteing and such, which I'm fine with. I really just want your good old garlic. If you like what you buy at the grocery store, typically that is a soft neck variety. Can you plant garlic that you get at the grocery store? You could, but generally it's not a good idea just because you don't know if it's been treated with a pre-emergent. So it could be treated with something to keep it from sprouting as fast, which is going to affect your harvest. So your local garden center is going to have your garlic to plant. It's called seed garlic, but it's still garlic. So to get it ready to plant, you're going to split apart. I'm just going to take off gently this outer shell, and you're going to see there's a whole, just like you're getting ready to use it, there's all those individual pieces, and each one of those is going to be a new head of garlic. Ideally, you want to plant the bigger pieces. You can see how I've just split them apart there. And note too, when you plant them, if you're not sure which direction to plant them, this is where your roots are here. So the ones that are facing that, where they're attached on there, they are going to have roots here as well. This is called the basal plate of garlic. So this is going to be facing down, and then the little pointy part, that's going to be where your leaves will emerge next spring. You might get a little bit of growth now. Usually fall is when you want to get them planted so they can get their roots established, and maybe a little bit of growth, but your biggest flush of growth is going to come next spring. So after you have them separated out, we have our garden has been lovely tilled and ready to go. We still have some weeds that we need to pick out of it, but I'm going to do maybe like 3 rows. Rows you need to space out about 18 to 24 inches, and then between bulbs is going to be about 6 inches apart. So if you wanted to lay those out, 6 to 8 inches is fine. But before oh look, got a little worm going to town here. Hey buddy, he's doing a good job. Go back there. Always good to see earthworms in your garden. So I'm going to add bumper crop compost. We could have on a larger scale just tilled this directly into this whole patch, but I don't want to feed the weeds. So I'm going to concentrate it where my row is going to be and mainly enrich that area as well. Plus it's more economical that way too, because good compost is an investment in your garden. So I'm just going to mix that in. Can't use too much. And then garlic likes to be fed. A slow release fertilizer. I'm using Garden Tone today. And I'm just going to sprinkle that through the row as well. And then for planting, you're going to, again, make sure that flat side is pointed down, and that really, really pointy part is going to be towards the top. These need to go down about 2 to 3 inches. So you can, I mean, it's not very deep. You could really, if you've got your garden tilled well, you know, you could dig it with your finger and push it down in there and cover it up. But yeah, make sure you know where you put it, because otherwise you're gonna forget your spacing. Now I just lost my other bulb. Okay, so here we go again. Dig down with your finger. If you tilled, otherwise you're gonna have to, if you didn't till because you have a smaller space, you know, that's okay, but you're gonna wanna use a shovel and really work up that particular area. So I'm gonna continue this row on down. And then, like I said, I'll space this out about 1.5 feet to start a second row. And I think I can squeeze out a third row. But if not, I'll just stick with 2. And then to finally, like to finish everything up, it is recommended that you mulch with like straw, not hay because then you get into weeds, but straw, or we're gonna do a leaf mulch because we have lots of trees in our yard and we have a great mulcher for that. So we'll top it off with some leaf mulch, and then in the spring when they sprout up, we'll take the leaf mulch off because we don't want them to get too warm. All right, so now I'm gonna get busy putting in the rest of the row. Okay, done. Yay. A couple of things that I thought about as I was finishing planting. Number one, it's super helpful if you mark out your rows, like the front and the end. Like I didn't mark out the end way down there, so I did that when I got to the end. Because once you bury them, you can't see them. It's gone. Second of all, the garlic, we were talking about planting them with the pointy side up, flat side down, because that's where the roots come out of. You know, what happens if you don't do that? You can end up with misshapen bulbs, or ones that don't grow as large, or they just may not be able to come up at all. So that's the reason for making sure that you have it planted the correct direction. Another thing with planting, when you separate the cloves out, you want to try to keep the skin on there, because that skin protects it as it grows from all kinds of things. So you don't want to actually take the skin off like you normally would when you cook with it. My leaf mulch, leaf glitter, it looks so pretty on there. That's going to get taken off in the spring after they start growing up again, because it's like an insulation, so we don't want it to be growing on there. We don't want it to be on there and get them too warm too fast. So anyway, I hope that was really helpful for you. We are adding more to our channel on a regular basis. So if you want to follow along with us on our family's adventure with our greenhouse and our garden, give us a like and subscribe. Thanks.